Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm Lena Bleetz. New details on the man accused of fatally shooting his neighbor in Summerlin. Coming up, we'll tell you about his court appearance this morning. We begin with top stories sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A man accused of killing his neighbor in Summerlin was in court on Thursday. Cynthia Puga has the details about the hearing.
A judge has set bail at $100,000 for 32-year-old Eddie Moreno and has ordered him to stay away from his surviving neighbor and not to have any firearms inside his home. Eddie Moreno was arrested on Monday night on suspicion of open murder in the death of 47-year-old Joe Moreno, who was not related to the suspect. Eddie Moreno's attorney and his wife declined to speak to us about the hearing, but some of those who came to support Eddie stated that, quote, he's a family man, a good person, and a great coach. According to his arrest report, Eddie Moreno's wife told police that their neighbor had exposed his private parts during an argument before her husband shot him. Eddie Moreno is scheduled to appear back in court on August 13th.
The Clark County School District is introducing new safety measures for students starting in the fall. Students in 6th through 12th grades won't have internet access on their cell phones on campus, and they'll have to wear ID badges when coming to school. And there will be an increased Metro Police presence as the number of students hurt in traffic crashes going to or from school doubled this school year. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Enjoy the sunshine, but prepare for a couple hot days ahead. We have an overnight low of 71 degrees tonight, followed by a high of 99 degrees on Friday, and highs in the mid to high 90s on Saturday and Sunday. Lows will drop into the high 60s for the weekend, and then look forward to some cooler days ahead next week. With highs all week in the high 80s and low 90s, plus some cloud coverage will help. Saturday is expected to be partly cloudy, and we should see a few clouds throughout next week. In business news, construction begins on the new home of the Evel Knievel Museum in downtown Las Vegas, moving from its previous location in Topeka, Kansas. Dapper Companies broke ground on the building on First Street, which will also house Mothership coffee roasters and a heavy metal-themed pizza parlor. No details were provided on the construction timeline or the cost.
Vegas Nation brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. Dwayne Joseph, who spent the past 5 years as the Raiders' Director of Pro Personnel, has left the organization. Joseph is expected to join the Detroit Lions in an unspecified front office role, according to a person with knowledge of the situation. Joseph was hired by Mike Mayock. When the Raiders hired Tom Telesco as their general manager in January, he quickly added JoJo Wooden, whom he worked with for the Chargers, as Senior Director of Pro Personnel.
In health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital, we're here for you when you need us. Officials have launched an initiative to raise awareness about heat-related illness. Review-Journal's Anaya Collins has more on how to stay cool this summer.
That's right, summer is approaching, and the Beat the Heat SNV campaign has launched to raise public awareness about heat safety before our temperatures set in.
We just want to remind them of what it's like to live in the desert. And the desert means that you got to stay hydrated all the time.
Clark County Social Services offers daytime cooling stations throughout the community when excessive heat warnings are issued.
Essentially, public spaces that agree to open up their doors from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. At least 6 days a year, and they offer water and restrooms and just a place for people to cool off.
The fire department recommends avoiding various substances in the heat to deter heat-related medical issues.
That alcohol and caffeine add to the effects of heat quite a bit, but also some drugs and can give us some excessive body temperatures that unfortunately sometimes we can't reverse.
If you would like more information on how you can beat the heat, visit the link on your screen. For the Review Journal, I'm Anaya Collins.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Knights forward Jonathan Marchessault set to be an unrestricted free agent this summer with his 6-year, $30 million extension about to expire. Knights beat writer Danny Webster said in the weekly mailbag on LVRJ.com, they won't shortchange their franchise leader in goals, assists, points, and games played. He's likely to get a raise from his $5 million cap hit, but exactly how much and for how long is what the sides have to hammer out.
In lifestyle news, Southwest Airlines is launching new nonstop service from Las Vegas to Rochester, New York. The service will begin October 3rd and will be offered 4 times a week to start. The service will add more than 700 seats weekly from Rochester to Las Vegas. A Las Vegas resident had a memorable night on a video poker machine Tuesday at Suncoast. The guest wagered $250 on a double-double bonus poker machine and landed a spade royal flush. The lucky draw earned the player a $200,000 jackpot.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Raiders are plus 260 underdogs at Caesars Sportsbook to make the NFL playoffs and minus 350 to miss out. Their regular season win total is 6.5 with the over a minus 160 favorite. That's the second lowest total in the AFC West division. The Denver Broncos win total is 6 with the under a minus 135 favorite. The Kansas City Chiefs total is 11.5 with the over a minus 120 favorite. The Los Angeles Chargers under new coach Jim Harbaugh are listed at 9 wins with the over at minus 130.
Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. A variety show gets a new life this fall at the Plaza. The RJ's John Katsalamidas fills us in with the details.
They say selling a ticket in downtown Las Vegas is a challenge, and that is true, but Amy Saunders is up for that challenge. She's reviving her variety show Mavericks and delivering it to the Great Plaza Showroom beginning October 2nd. Saunders will be the host. She's a great comedy talent and one of the great sword swallowers ever. She has a lot of circus friends, a lot of funny people, a lot of pretty people, some burlesque, some acrobatic acts. All of it being staged in a room that opened in 1971 and hasn't changed a whole lot.
Thank you for watching 7 at 7. Search Review Journal on your favorite platform to stay up to date all the time. We'll see you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.